how is Lifecycle different than standard email marketing, and what does it mean? How do you think about that, and how can we transform our own email programs to have more of a Lifecycle approach?
I think of life cycle as really evaluating where are they at in the context of your brand. Like, are they a new customer that needs to know how to use your product or even what your products are about? Are they potentially going to churn and you need to try to salvage the relationship? So it's really kind of customer first versus product first versus, campaign and promotions is all about kind of like what you're looking at with your calendar and what you're trying to push as a brand. And not that that's a bad thing. You need that to, keep your business going. But I think they kind of work in tandem together. But life cycle definitely looks at the customer first.
I've been beating the drum within that community that the advocacy people need to really start understanding and learning life cycle marketing. Talking to the email marketers within your company, cleaning up the database. Maybe not owning it, but being fluent in it, and pushing it. If a company isn't doing it, maybe being a catalyst for it. And now I'm beginning to see in the customer marketing world, it's more like 70-30. 70% of the people are pure advocates, 30% are customer lifecycle people. So I think that ball is only going to continue over the next few years as the advocate group and the life cycle people, they may be separate people within the organization, but they know each other's languages.
If you are a lifecycle marketer or like an email marketer and you do not have a Google sheet or an Excel sheet or a Notion table that can be classified as a data dictionary, that's like the first thing you should do overnight. Tomorrow morning, wake up, start a data dictionary. And I love them because the way that I structure at least my data dictionaries is, what are the attributes that you have on your existing subscribers? First name, their favorite color, their city, their job title. And then what are the events that your engineering team has probably created with crazy naming conventions? What are those events? When are they triggered? And how can you use them within your marketing communications? And I don't know how or why, but there's this acronym that has stuck with me for probably the past 10 years, and it makes no sense. DCOPA, and I'll tell you what it means. So I start by thinking, what data do I have available to me? How is it classified? How can I orchestrate it? How can I personalize with it? And how can I action it? And so once you have that data dictionary in place, you can know what data you have available to use and then see any glaring gaps in your program.
It's important to pay attention to your current customers. They're probably your biggest portion of your base and probably have the highest lifetime value. And if you don't do it right, you're going to lose them because you're really focused on those conversions up front. And what's really hard about retention automations is you have to find the right way to talk to them. You have to be more proactive and not reactive. And you're looking for signals, those data points that show customers losing interest or not quite moving along the way they should be. And you have to do that before they even know that that's happening.
I want to thank all of our panelists, Maria and Naomi and April and Irwin. This was a great discussion. I really appreciate your time today. Really, really good advice.